be live. Live action, lights, camera, action equals customer satisfaction. I'm Coday Sayso, so if I say so, it's gonna be so. And you should already know so. You know why? Because I'm Coday Sayso, and you already know this is my series, my show, which I talk about trade school because, yes, I did attend Lincoln Technical Institute in Union, New Jersey. For this episode, I'm going to talk about my favorite class. I'm sorry for any of you teachers that taught me or anything. I have nothing against y'all. But to be honest, my favorite class I took in trade school is basic electricity. Because ever since a kid, I always found electricity interesting. Because I've always been into like gadgets and whatnot. Videography, photography, producing, DJing, anything that involves technology. Like, technology is here to stay, it's not going nowhere. It just keeps advancing each and every day. Everybody that knows that knows that's a fact. So now, this basic electricity class in trade school was my second class. Because my first class was Intro to HVAC with my teacher. His name is Mr. Jordan. This teacher I had for this second class, his name is Mr. King. Now, Mr. King is really a fun teacher, in my personal opinion. Some people might have different opinions, but my personal opinion, he's really a cool person, down to earth, respectable individual. Just don't say nothing crazy that'll get him mad because you're not gonna like the outcome. That's all I gotta say. Gotta watch what you say. Respect comes first. That's how it should always be. But how I knew basic electricity was gonna be a good class for me is because his name off the bat, Mr. King. Me and him have the same last name. My last name is King. For those who personally know me, that's my real last name, King. So the first day, he called my name on the roster, on the attendance. He was like, King. And then I said, Present, I'm here. He asked me in front of the whole class. He was like, so what's your nationality? So I told him straight up, you feel me? My mother Jamaican, you know, my dad Trinidadian. He was like, oh, really? All right. You know, then he went on to the next, started asking other attendants. So, you know, the vibe was there already and whatnot. This is before he even started teaching. So then he started teaching. I like the way he teaching. Like, he got a different style. It's very straightforward in your face, real aggressive. Like, with the vocabulary he used, he know how to mix it up. He know how to talk professional 1 minute and then just talk to you like a real person the next minute and just even it out and balance it out. It's like he know how to catch your attention with the energy he used and all that, real aggressive, fast forward, drills it in your head because especially he'll make sure you on point. And the way he would do it is like he would give the class discipline. Like he would break you down and build you right back up. Like he'll see what you don't know, and if you don't know it, he'll reinforce it. Like some people would hate it. Like me in the beginning, I didn't like when he would give us quizzes out of nowhere, like tests out of nowhere, unexpectedly. But he did it for a reason. It's key components that we will use in the HVAC field that will be very useful. So if we pay attention in class, we will have an easy transition working as an HVAC technician in the HVAC field. It's just common sense. So he would just drill it. And he would put basic questions like, what does refrigeration mean? And certain circuits and whatnot, the refrigeration cycle, just break us through all that. I'm not going to give y'all a whole lesson now. I'm just giving y'all an overview of what I learned, basically. So we, as a collective, the whole class, we really liked his teaching style because it was just like each day we just learned something new. And one class is equivalent to 16 days in a month, which means we only have 4 classes a week, Monday through Thursday, which I like because I had Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off. And y'all already know when I was off, those 3 days, I was either having fun, spending time with my family, or working, making money. Yeah. So basically, he was a good teacher and whatnot. And we had a couple of good moments, funny moments. One moment I remember I asked him where he said he was from. And he told me he's actually from New York like me, but he's from another borough in New York. Because I'm from Brooklyn and he's from the Bronx. I remember he told me he lives close by Yankee Stadium. That would be considered like the West Bronx by like High Bridge. I'm not sure if y'all familiar with the rapper A Boogie. He's from High Bridge. You feel me? I'm a fan of A Boogie. I listen to his music. I mess with him. Shout out to A Boogie and the whole High Bridge, the label and whatnot. So my teacher, Mr. King, told me he was from that area. So, and we started talking. He was telling me how he used to use the A train and different buses to commute and get around. And he was actually in his 60s, but he didn't look like he was in his 60s at all. Remind you, I'm not trying to talk about race or anything, but yet again, he was another black professor that is from New York just like me. So me seeing him being able to work hands-on in the field as an actual HVAC technician that had been doing it for years, decades, just breaking it down to us and teaching us everything that we need to know from start to finish was really interesting, a humbling experience, and very motivational, inspirational for someone like me. In my personal opinion, because I could tell you, other people in the classroom, they might not have the same opinion as me, but this is just my opinion. So, as we go on in the classroom, he's an interesting guy, especially his age. Being in his 60s, he didn't look like he was in his 60s. He looked like he could be in his early 40s. Like, I guarantee you, like, he has so much energy. He could go back and forth with the students if you want to talk about football, basketball. Let a student say they know about the history of basketball. He'll break it down with the rules and all that, the players. He could talk about basketball for a whole 8 hours, the whole class session, but he's real smart about how he did stuff. He'll teach us. We have our little breaks, come back, talk, interact with the students, even play basketball with the students. It was just good vibes with him as a whole, with him as a teacher. And then he always asks people if they didn't understand it, ask a question. If we don't understand it, he'll tell us to stay late behind classes on certain days so we can get it. If we don't understand, just keep asking questions. So we learned a lot from him. Series circuits, parallel circuits, Ohm's law, calculation, continuity, voltage. This is information I use till today. So this is valuable information. Like, this is why I love this class. Because of this class, I actually make money off of what he taught me, and I make a living, to be honest, and whatnot. So I feel like the money I invested in trade school never went to waste. Good experience, networked, learned a lot. And it was just like a big confidence booster for me. Each and every day learning something new and whatnot. And that's about everything when it comes to me explaining my favorite class I took in trade school, which was Basic Electricity with Mr. King. What grade did he give me? I think he gave me like a 90 something. I don't know. I know I got an A in the class, perfect attendance. When you get that good attendance in trade school, let me tell y'all, if y'all come to every class in trade school, y'all don't leave early, you guarantee to pass. Only thing is you have to pass, the quizzes and whatnot, and the exams and the tests to do your homework. But if you don't do it, they find somewhere to curve your grade and you end up passing. But the biggest thing is attendance. If you're not there, you're not going to pass. That's a fact. But the longer you stay in class and you just pay attention, you listen to what they got to say and whatnot, you're going to get it. Just got to invest the time, be patient, stay focused. My name is Coday Sayso, and this is my series. And this was another episode of Trade School because I attended Lincoln Technical Institute